While pondering the concept of 21st century teaching, I ran across a quote from Neil Postman, author of The Disappearance of Childhood, in which he states, "Children are the living messages we send to a time we will not see." This idea of an unknown future is paramount. Who knows what life will be like in 20 years or 30? Will there be flying cars and robot maids like on the Jetsons? Who knows? The only thing we know for certain is that the world we live in is changing rapidly and shows no signs of losing momentum. The way we used to do things is no longer relevant. With ever-increasing technologies, we can avoid stores by shopping online, can meet our significant others on social networking sites, have real-time video conversations with friends on the other side of the world, download music at the touch of a button, and much more. The way we live our daily lives is evolving into what will eventually become the time we will not see. And if children are living messages into this uncertain future, what message are we sending? Enter 21st century teaching and learning. The ultimate goal of teaching is to prepare the youth of today to take over the world of tomorrow. As discussed, that world is completely foreign in the sense that we have no idea what it will be like. We can safely assume, however, that there will be mind-boggling technological advances as well as significant problems that will need solutions, including population growth, environmental issues, growing waste, and budget deficits, to name a few. With that in mind, we as educators must plunge forward into the unknown with deliberate and calculated steps in order to develop these young minds so that they may be capable of the higher order thinking and synthesis they will need to succeed in the world of tomorrow. To do otherwise would be a detriment not only to our students but to society as a whole. Within this overall goal lies the individual teacher. Teachers are the single best resource to equip our students with the knowledge and know-how to be successful in the unfamiliar future of tomorrow. Because they have the unique advantage of spending the bulk of a child's day with them, they have great power to influence, mold, and shape their students for the better. Teachers can inspire students to think outside the norm and challenge them to be creative. By doing so, and refusing to simply stick with the familiar because it is easier, teachers will create a learning environment conducive to higher level thinking that will benefit the child and the society of the future. In order to do this, teachers will need to plan activities, projects, and lessons that incorporate 21st century standards. For example, instead of lecturing on the life cycle of frogs and then having students write a standard report, the teacher could have them explore videos, websites, or web quests online and then synthesize their findings in a medium of their choice. This benefits students in several ways. First, students would have the opportunity to discover the material on their own, which actively engages them in the process of learning and means they will have a better chance of retaining the information. Also, by having the students present their findings based on their own unique creativity, the teacher is not stifling the student's ability and shows the students that they believe in them. The other advantage illustrated in the example is the use of technology as a tool. As digital natives, students are comfortable with using technology and should be encouraged to use it as a resource in their education. Oftentimes, teachers are not comfortable with technology and hesitate to use it as a teaching tool. This can be a grave mistake. Students today need the fast-paced digital environment that technology affords. By becoming familiar with the various technological tools and gadgets available and committing to embracing each new technology as it is released, teachers can evolve into digital immigrants that will be better suited to the students of today. Classroom setup is a vital part of this implementation. Computers, smartboards, document cameras, etc. make technology easily accessible to teachers and students both. However, not all schools have the resources to provide such advanced tools. Teachers can compensate for this by using the tools that they do have in creative ways. It is also important to understand that technology alone is not the basis of 21st century learning. Incorporating the higher level thinking skills into classroom time is also essential to ensure that these goals are being met. By incorporating all of these concepts into my teaching philosophy, I hope to inspire students to reach beyond what they thought possible and reach goals that they thought were unattainable. I realize that in order to be an effective 21st century educator, I will have to continually learn in order to be current and relevant. I will remember that I am preparing students for a future where unimaginable technology will exist and whose jobs have not yet been created. I plan to keep Neil Postman's quote in mind as I send students into the future with a strong, capable message that will allow them to prosper and thrive.